Okay, so we're going to start off with one-step equations. It's called a one-step equation because there's only one operation that is used to change the variable in the problem. So, for example, you may have something like 3x equals 12. The one operation needed is to change multiplication and do the inverse of that, which is division. So we're going to be talking about a lot of the word inverse, which is an opposite operation, or in math we call it the inverse operation. Okay, so our first example, we're going to look at x plus 9 equals 14. First step is always to draw a line. Again, this is my method that I teach in my pre-algebra course, and it's just to keep yourself organized and keep everything going straight up and down. Next thing we do is we do an inverse operation. What that means is we're going to do the opposite operation of whatever's happening to x right now. Right now, what's happening to x is we have adding 9. So the inverse operation to that, okay, so we're going to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. Okay, so opposite, or like I said before, inverse is another word to use to represent the operation. Okay, from here, the 9 and the negative 9 are going to equal 0, so you're going to zero out, and that's going to leave you with only x on the left side of the equal sign. Bring down my equal sign, and on the right side, 14 minus 9 equals 5. Again, this is obviously a review for you guys. At that point, the way we would check our answer, and we're going to just practice this check for right now. It's a good habit to have, but I'm going to show you how to correctly use it. You just take that number and you replace the x with empty parentheses and put that number inside of there. So 5 plus 9 equals 14. You'll notice in the notes that I already have these examples filled out for you, but I did want you to do the check because that might be something that you haven't practiced before. As long as it all works out, you know that your answer is correct. All right, so next example here is we're going to look at is a subtraction problem. Again, this is in your notes already. So draw our line. Inverse of minus sign, inverse of subtraction is addition. Cancels out on the left side and leaves me just z. And 8 plus 2 equals 10. Okay, from there, really quick to check, we're just going to have parentheses minus 2 equals 8. Put our 10 in there, make sure 10 minus 2 equals 8, and it is correct, and then we know our answer is right. Okay, moving on to the next example. We're going to go ahead and take 7y equals 42. What I want you to remember is that really means 7 times y. A lot of times people forget that that's a multiplication problem. So when we identify it, we're doing the opposite of that multiplication, which is division. 7 divided by 7 equals 1. So we're left with just that one y left over. Bring down my equal sign. 42 divided by 7 is 6. Checking my answer, I'm going to say, is 7 times parentheses equal to 42? Is 7 times 6 equal to 42? Yes, it is.